at your face. Hey, what should you do? Come up and kiss it.
Still set up from earlier. Look at that. All right. Let's get started. Finding a wall.
Shane, I
We're gonna
can't
go up
see.
against that wall. I'm just gonna mute everyone. It's finding a wall, sitting against the wall. Feet are gonna be out in front. Track this workout as well, because I'm gonna do it with you guys. All right, so feet are out in front. We're going to lift the whole foot off the floor, just the heel is going to stay on the ground, and then coming back down. We're going to do this 25 times, starting with 1, 2, nice and slow, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Good, just make sure that I'm spotlighted here. We're going to turn around, we're going to face the wall, angled away from the wall. So we've got a good calf stretch that's coming through the backs of our legs. You still want to be able to get your heels onto the ground, but we're angling away from the wall and getting that good calf stretch. We're going to do 25 calf raises in this position, but what we're going to do is as we come down, we're going to slowly lower. So we're going up and then 3 seconds down. 3, 2, 1. Up, down, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do 25 of those, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up, down, 3, 2, 1. Up, 2, 3, 2, 1. Up, 3, 2, 1. Up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 3, 2, 1. Up, 6. Up, 7. 8, 3, 2, 1. 9, 3, 2, 1. 10, 3, 2, 1. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, keep going, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Good, shake it out. You should feel a nice burn in the calf muscles after that. Yeah, nice and slow. All right, so there's been studies that have shown that when we lower down really slowly in those calf raises, the reduction in risk of ankle injury, especially when we're dancing, is quite high. I think they found in Australian ballet it was like a 25% reduction in ankle injury season over season when they started doing calf raises at a slow come down from that high position. Okay, good. We're going to come into the center now. We're going to start with some squats to lift to brush to arabesque. Okay, this is a new exercise for you guys. What we're going to do, I'll show you from a couple of different directions. So you're going to start in this kind of shoulder width apart position, rotating through the tops of our legs. You're going to squat down as far as we can. You're going to transfer over to one leg. And as you extend the leg out, so you're going to lift the knee up, extend, and as we brush through, we're going to plie to arabesque and come back. to that shoulder width apart position. So squatting down, lift up, knee up, extend, plie through to arabesque, and come back to the mid squat position. Okay, we're going to do 10 total squats, so it's going to be 5 on each side, and then we're going to have a little bit of a rest. All right, take your time as you do that extension. Make sure that the knee is lifting up from this position here. So we're going up with the knee, extending higher, brushing back through to the arabesque, coming to this position, keeping the foot flexed the entire time. So as we squat down, up, lift, extend, brushing through as we turn out, plie into arabesque, come back to that standing position, okay? We can place the hands behind the head. We can place the arms out in second position if you want to have a little bit more of a stabilization challenge. If you need balance, hold on to something for now. Use a bar, use a chair, something that you can balance on. Do one side and then the other. All right, let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squatting down, lift up, extend, plie through to arabesque, back to neutral, squat, up, extend, plie through to arabesque, back to neutral. Again, down, up, extend, plie through, and back, down, up, lift to extend, plie through, back to neutral. That's 2. 3 more rounds. 1, lift and up, plie back, back to neutral, squat, up, lift, extend, plie back, up to neutral. 2 more rounds, down, up, lift, plie, and back, down, up, lift, plie, and down. 1 more, down, up, lift, plie, and back. Last one, down, up, lift, plie, and back. Have a little rest. Shake it out. We're going to add a little bit more of a challenge to this one in the next round. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do from there, when you squat down, same thing. You're going to rise up, you're going to plie to the front, brush, and come back. Down, rise up, plie, brush, and back. Down, rise up, plie, down, and back. Take your arms out at the second if you need to. Grab onto a bar if you need to. But we want to get that squat to releve. Squat to releve, okay? And then working on the controlling it down. Yeah, if you need to hold on to something, that's perfectly fine. It's going to add a little bit of an extra challenge. We're also going to get that foot engagement. Your calves are already a little bit tired as well because we just did all those calf raises. So we're pre-fatigued, which is a good thing. All right, it's going to challenge you a little bit more. But we're going to start again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat down. Rise up, plie, brush, and back to neutral. Squat down. Rise up, plie, brush, and back to neutral. Squat, up, plie, brush, and back. Squat, up, plie, brush, and back. 3 more rounds. Down, up, plie, brush, back, down, up, plie, brush, back. 2 more on each side. 1. Again. Last one. Oh, lost it on that one. Last one. Well done, guys. Have a rest. Shake it out. Good. So if you held your arms in second position, you would have felt how much work was going on for the shoulders as well, right? We're not just working the legs, we're working the upper body, holding that position. Shake your legs out, grab some water if you need to. I'm going to turn the fan on because it is hot in here. And you guys don't need to watch me sweat. How's everyone feeling so far? Excellent. Sajana's already feeling it. She's good. We're only 10 minutes in, guys. We still got 35 more minutes to go. So next one, we have a couple of options here. Number one, side lunge, back to neutral. Side lunge, back to neutral. We're going to do 10 total, okay? Second option, side lunge, point. Side lunge, point. 5 on one side, 5 on the other. Last option, slide down, lift up. Slide down, lift up. So it's a much more single leg lunge, okay? So those options again. Normal side lunge, push back, or slide and up. Slide and up. Slide and up, okay? Either way, you're doing 5 on each side. Doesn't matter which one you choose, all right? If you choose one in the first round, you do those side lunges in the first round, try to do the push off in the second one, okay? If you don't do the push off in the first one, try to do the slide down, single leg up in the last one, all right? Let's go with the simplest one maybe for the first round. Maybe we'll build it up for each round. Let's see what we can do. So we're gonna start with these lunges to the side, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lunge and back to neutral. Lunge, that's 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a rest, shake it out. Let's go for a minute rest because we're gonna do 3 rounds of this. All right, so when we're doing this movement, as we lunge to the side, our body can lean slightly forward, okay? It's going to allow for a little bit more glute engagement. We also are then able to get into a deeper position. If you try and keep your back too upright, there's a limitation to how deep you can go. We're not getting the full range of motion in the movement, okay? I don't mind if your body goes forward, that's perfectly fine. Obviously don't lean so far forward that we're on the ground. Still try and hold as upright as possible, but leaning forward is all right, yeah? Now with this next one, because we're gonna lunge and we're gonna push back, we're gonna do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other. So we're loading up that one side of the body and then changing to the other side, okay? Good. We got another 10 seconds. Shake it out, breathe a little bit. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lunge and point. Lunge, point, that's 2. Lunge, 3. Lunge, 4. Lunge, 5. Good. 5 seconds to switch sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lunge, point. Lunge, point. Lunge, point. 2 more. And last one. And back to neutral. Have a rest, guys. Another minute rest. Relax a little bit. Promise we're almost done with the lower body. Maybe a couple more exercises. We'll see. How's everyone feeling so far? All right, good. Knees, hips, ankles, everything okay? Kind of, maybe? You're doing well, guys. Keep it up. Another 23 seconds. Now this time, you get to choose. You can do the lunges like we did the first time. You can do the sliding out to really challenge that movement that we haven't done yet. Or you can do what we just did, lunge out, point your foot. Up to you, do what you can. Challenge yourself, but stay safe. All right? Here we go. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Not bad, guys. Have a rest, shake it out. Grab some water if you need to. We're coming down to the ground. Get a mat. We're going to mobilize through these legs a little bit because we just did a good amount of work for them. So we're going to mobilize them first, and then we're going to move on to some upper body work. All right, so grab a chair, 2 chairs if you need it, something that you can use some support with. Now, because we just did a lot of almost like pinching into the hip, especially with those side lunges, what we're going to do is we're going to try and open up those hip flexors a little bit, okay? So what I want you to do is, using the chair for your support, you're also going to place one elbow inside your front knee, and you're just going to lunge forward and push that knee out and open, and then come back to neutral. So we're going to do this 10 times, lunging forward, pushing the knee out and open, and then back to neutral, lunging forward again, out and open, and back to neutral. You'll start to feel a little bit of a stretch through the glute as well, the piriformis on the leg that's at the front. Also opening up through the hip of the leg that you're kneeling on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, swapping sides. So you're going to bring your elbow inside your knee again, lunging forward, opening that knee out to the side as you lunge, and coming back up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Next one we're going to do, using that chair again as support, you're going to tuck your back toe. You're going to put your foot out to the front. You're going to slide out as far as we can into that front split. And we're going to hold in that position for 30 seconds. So sliding out as far as you can. Use the chair as support. Keeping the back leg turned in. Okay, so we don't want to turn out that back leg. Keeping the back leg turned in. If this is really easy and you're flat down on the ground, lift those arms up and bend back. It will increase the stretch through the back hip flexor. Even if you're not flat and you want to try that, go for it. Make sure that you're holding on to something so you don't go falling over. Holding for another 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up. Swapping sides. Other leg out to the front. Sliding out. Keeping that back leg tucked, back toe tucked. Sliding out as far as you can. Holding there. And then if you want to increase the stretch, lift that arm up and bend to the back. I've been doing a lot of running and not stretching as much as I should, so I'm a little bit tight at the moment. So this is good for me too. Good, coming back up. Before we move into the upper body, you can either do this sitting on a chair. So you're gonna sit on the chair, open legs out to the side, kind of in a side split position, or go onto the ground into that side split position. And what you're going to do using a yoga block, which I did have, here we go. Using a yoga block, you're going to lift, or a book or something that you can lift above your head. You're going to lift that block up. You're going to rotate away from the leg you're bending towards, and you're going to bend over towards your leg. Okay, so we're going to do the same side 5 times and then swap to the other side. So we lift up, rotate, bend over, come back up. Lift, rotate, bend, come back up. 5 times to one side, 5 times to the other. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, rotate, bend, and up. Lift higher, rotate, and up. Lift, rotate. That's 3. Lift, rotate. 4. Lift, rotate. That's 5. Swapping sides. Lifting up, rotate in the opposite direction. For some reason, this is always harder for me to this side. Lifting up. 3, 4, and 5. Good, guys. Have a little rest. Shake your legs. And we'll come into our upper body work now. Grab, if you have it, some handles or dumbbells. If you don't have them, that's perfectly fine. We can do the push-ups flat on the ground, but we're going to do some push-ups, okay? We have a couple of different options with these push-ups. Number 1 is going to just be a basic push-up, slowly lowering down, slowly coming back up. Just like that. Next one would be going onto your toes. Slowly down, slowly back up. Last option is going to be from the bottom of that push-up, whether you're on your knees or on your toes. If you're on your knees, it's going to look like this. If you're on your toes, it's going to look like this. All right. We're going to do 10 push-ups. We're going to do 3 rounds. Okay, so work to your ability, work to your range. If you're not able to come back up from the push-up, just lower down, have a rest, help yourself back up, lower down, help yourself back up, okay? Working to 10. I don't care if you help yourself back up or if you do the full push-up, that's perfectly fine, but we're gonna do 10 regardless, all right? Starting on our knees, we'll start with the most basic first. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lower down and up. Down and up. That's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a rest. So with the next set, if you're able to push up from those push-ups and you get to the top, try to bring the arm and the leg off. Regardless of whether you're on your knees or your toes, work on getting to that next place, okay? So if you're able to push back up from that push-up, arm and leg come off. If not, stick with where you're at, okay? If you do want to go to your toes, if you've been able to push back up from your knees and you want to try going to your toes now, give it a try. But otherwise, stick with where you were, and let's do another set in about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a rest. You're another minute to rest. As we're doing these push-ups, regardless of whether you're on your knees or on your toes, you really want to make sure that you're engaging your core so we're not dropping into the low back in that plank position. All right, if we're in this movement here and we start to get that kind of position where we're dropping into our low back, or even if we're on our toes and we're getting like this, we're missing a good portion of that push-up. We're also missing the opportunity to improve our core strength. So make sure that you're in what we call neutral spine. Glutes are engaged, core is on, and we're holding that position throughout the entire push-up. Yeah, you'll probably have to continue to readjust as you're doing it. That's okay, doesn't matter, it's good for you. All right, we got 12 seconds. We're going for the last set. Who's with me? Who's gonna try arms and legs? Give it a go. Let's see what we got. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Down and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're done with push-ups. Good job, guys. Well done. Grab a TheraBand if you have one. Resistance band. I'm going to untie mine. I have it all tied up over here. I said we were done with legs. Of course I lied. We're never done with legs in ballet. We're always using our legs. So what we're going to do, pull aparts, where we're going to slightly hinge back at the same time. Okay, so kneeling, hinging, pulling apart, coming back up. Pull apart, come back up. We'll do 10 times, have a rest. So it's not a big hinge. It's just enough to engage the quadriceps, engage the core as we pull those arms apart, connecting the back with that movement. Okay? Let's give it a try. Going for 10 of these in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Have a rest. Relax a little bit. We're going to do one more set. This is like the in-between exercise. This is the one between two hard exercises. You guys are saying, but this is hard too. That's okay. Choose your hard. Got 45 seconds to rest. Grab some water if you need to. Grab a towel. Dry off a little bit. If you're in the air conditioning, don't worry about it. You're probably dry already. We got 30 more seconds. Have a little rest. How's everyone feeling? Let's do a check-in. Feeling good? Feeling challenged? Yes, feeling strong? Kind of. I think everyone's feeling strong. Good, guys. We got 10 more seconds. We're going to connect this one more time in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hinging back and up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a rest. Put that band aside. By now, everyone should be fairly familiar with this next exercise, except I'm going to add a little bit to it. Okay, so what we often do as our warm-up, where we start in that push-up position, we push back into downward facing dog, and then we come back to push-up. What we're going to do this time, starting in the same place, we're starting in that push-up position, we're pushing back into downward facing dog, except at this point, we're going to kick one leg up, back, and down. Kick, and down. Up, and down. We'll do that 10 times. Okay, so as we're lifting that leg up, I really want you to make sure that you're using your glute to engage the extension of the leg. And what this is also going to do is as you kick the leg, it's going to put more pressure onto your shoulders. That's it. Good, and coming back down. Okay, we're going to start this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Push back, leg up and down. Up. That's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Have a rest, guys. Have a rest. So if kicking that leg is really tough, just push back into the downward facing dog and come back to push up like we normally would for the warm up, okay? Find your place where you're at right now, and as you get stronger and more mobile, progress it to that next step. All right, now we can add a little bit more challenge to this for those who are game for it. When you kick that leg, you're also going to do a push up. So as you're in that downward facing dog position, from here, you push back, you kick the leg, push up, back to push up position, back, leg, push up, back to push up position. All right, we still got a bit more time though. Take another 20 seconds or so to relax. Breathe, guys. Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your nose. Try not to breathe too much through your mouth. Changes the way that your oxygen is delivered to the body. Breathing in and out through your nose keeps you calm, stress levels low. I think we should go again. I think it's time. Let's get into position. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming back to your standing position, grab that band again. We're gonna get a little bit of work through the back. So you're gonna stand on the band. And we're gonna pull, squeezing through our shoulder blades and release. Squeeze and release. Now, if you have dumbbells at home and you'd like to do this with dumbbells, go for it. If the band is what you have, work with that. All right, but what I want you to feel, more than it being a challenge, it should be, but it doesn't have to be a terrible challenge. I want you to feel that pinch between your shoulder blades. So the rhomboids, which are the muscles that sit between the shoulder blades, I want them pulling those shoulder blades, retracting the shoulder blades back. That's the muscles we're using, not the bicep, although the bicep will engage a little bit. We're not just pulling with the arms. I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades back through this movement, okay? Starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Pull and release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Have a rest. So that was the basic version. Next one, you're going to stand on one foot. Are the legs going to be lifted into arabesque? You're going to pull and down, pull and down. We're going to do 5 on one side, swap legs, 5 on the other. Okay? Now make sure that your leg is fully stretched, that we're getting a nice flexed foot in that position, engaging through the back of the knee, pulling all the way out, stretching the leg as much as we possibly can, getting good rotation and hold through the glute. And then as we pull, really squeezing through the shoulder blade into that row. Yeah, we'll call this arabesque rows for now. All right. If you want to stay where you were on 2 feet, just pulling through the back, that's perfectly fine as well. All right. Going in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Swapping legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Have a little rest. We'll do one more set. Do one more set, and then we've got a little bit of ab work. And then you're done, guys. You can go to bed, go watch some Netflix, go read a book. All sound like good options right now. Starting again in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pull. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Swap sides. Last one, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, have a rest, guys. Shake it out. So coming down to our mats, we're going to do a little bit of ab work and a little bit of back work. And then we're done. So we're going to do 3 sets of V crunches. Now we have a couple of options here. We can either just do the legs, or we can do both the legs and the upper body. Okay? The full movement is here to here. All right, if that's too much, bring your hands underneath your hips, legs out, knees up, knees up, knees up. Okay? We do 3 sets of 10 with a 30-second rest in between each one. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a rest. Shake it out, guys. A little rest, just 30 seconds. And then we're going again. 15 more seconds to go. If you're feeling pain in your low back, regress the exercise. Make sure it's just the knees coming up. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a rest, guys. One more set to go. 30 seconds. We got a little bit of back work, and then we're done. Don't have to come back until tomorrow. Go have a rest. Got 15 more seconds to go before the last set of this exercise. Challenge yourselves, make it the best set of the 3. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, 10. Well done, guys. Turning over onto your stomachs. Going to place hands behind your head, and we're going to do 10 low back ups. Okay, so your head and your shoulders are going to come off the ground. Hands behind your head, stretching your knees up and down, up and down. You do that 10 times. All right, have a little rest, and then find your position on the mat for the very last set of the evening. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done, guys. Well done. It was not an easy workout. I pushed everyone really hard. How are you feeling? I'm feeling good. How's everyone feeling? All right? Did you make it through? Can you move? Amelia's done.
Yeah, all right.
Survived.
Thank you.
Any questions? Or is everyone just like wiped out?
Hey, just to ask you, you know that one when you go this,
Yeah.
you know, do you have just parallel or you go underneath or ankle?
The knee can go a little bit past the toe. It's not an issue if it does. It doesn't really matter though. Like what we're trying to get is a little bit opening up into that hip, so the hip is going to push past the turnout. Yeah, that kind of movement, exactly.
Because if I don't move bar, then I have to turn like feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So find whatever position you can do in order to be able to get the knee to open.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a similar sort of to when we're doing those lunges and the leg raises, that type of thing.
Yeah.
What's the angle of our leg? Is there a wrong way to do it? Can you be in a bad angle?
When we're lunging or when we're lifting?
When we're lifting our leg.
Look, whatever you're capable of. Okay, like if you don't have flat turnout and your leg's not going up by your ear, that's perfectly fine. The point is that you're getting engagement of your hip flexor.
The angle that your leg turns out,
That doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, like if we go this way, this is going to have hip flexor engagement, and so is this. Ideally, we're turning out the leg, but if you don't have rotation in your hip to do that, that's okay. You're still going to get, because you're lifting the leg, you're still going to get hip flexor. The only thing that might be different is as we go more turned in, you're going to get a little bit more side hip, side glute, piriformis potentially. Whereas if we start to turn out, it's going to take it really into the hip flexor.
Oh, okay. So there's no really bad way to do it where you kind of, yeah.
As long as you don't have any joint pain being caused by it, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Well, yeah. Is anyone else going? Okay. This might be more of a physio thing, but in the regular squat, when I bring my knee up, something in my hip pinches. Should I just stretch that out, or?
It's most likely caused by pelvic tilt.
Oh, lovely.
So if, as an example, if I'm going squat back and then I'm keeping that there,
Right. Yeah.
my hip's not coming forward,
Yeah.
there's going to be more of a pinch in the hip.
Yeah. All right.
That would be
will-
my guess.
I'll endeavour to undo my pelvic tilt then.
That's always the struggle is working on the pelvic tilt.
Yeah.
That's
Be normal.
For everyone, this is something to be aware of, pelvic tilt. You can work on it on the ground. In those old Pilates exercises where you kind of go into a kneeling position and you arch the back, round the back, arch the back, and then find the position in between. And then be really good at holding that position. When we stand up, keep that same alignment so we're not getting an arch, that lordosis in the lower back.
It's hard when you've been doing it for 20 years.
All right, guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you
Bye,
tomorrow.
everyone.
Bye.
Good night.